What sets DSM Flea apart from some of the other ones that you see?
Yeah, we get this question asked a lot actually because we're in East Village right now, right? If you look around, there's about like 5 shops I think total.
about, yeah.
And so the cool part is somebody from out of town. We get a lot of people from out of town, right? They can all bounce around. You know, you look at the Wicker Parks in Chicago where you get there and there's 10 stores on the block,
Right.
and so people do ask that question: what's different? What's this? And like for us, you know, same thing that's on this sign right here is community. And so vintage, I always tell people, is like vintage is what pays the bills. It puts the roof over our head, you know, but community, I think doing these things, you know, setting events and doing stuff in-house and giving people opportunities is something that is different from maybe the other spaces. Like, you know, like they're still great spaces. Their focus primary is vintage or clothing. Ours is to provide like that third space for people, you know, for someone to walk in, like something that I know both him and I have like dreamed of forever was you go into a space and you want to feel excited to talk about what you're passionate about with the person that's passionate about it. I remember like back in the day, like when I was like just into video games or, you know, stuff like I would go into GameStop and be like, oh, this game's coming out and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes people would care, other times people wouldn't. And so that space, you know, having people come through and feel excited to talk with like one of us about fashion, about, you know, clothing, sneakers, whatever it is, I think that's what kind of sets us apart. And then just the community aspect of bringing people in. We just had Matcha in last weekend. Cozy Please. We had Deja in doing teeth gems. Like, again, giving the other local businesses an opportunity to thrive within our business is something, you know, this is a beautiful space, just a little bit over 1,200 square feet. And so we have a little bit of the room. We have a stage. We're sitting on the stage right now. We have goals of doing like shows here, DJ sets, concerts, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's going to be more than just your average vintage shop is the goal. So.
All right, listeners, you heard it here first. You know, more than just an experience of shopping.